What's up, guys? Tukey here, back again with some more NHL 16 and my New York Islanders GM Mode series, and today it is our Round 2 matchup against the Ottawa Senators. Of course, looking at our lineup, things are going to remain the same for the team that helped us beat the Buffalo Sabres. I gotta admit, though, if we lose here, I'm not going to be too disappointed. Obviously, it's tough to be disappointed when we won the Cup in our first season, but I am anticipating making some very big changes. Particularly, I think we will hold on to Johnny Gaudreau, but Sean Monahan's probably going to go. Originally, the idea behind getting Monahan was to have like a Bergeron-Krejci combo, a 1A and a 1B. But it is very obvious that Sean Monahan is a legit first-line center. We will, in the interest of fairness, probably send him back to Calgary. Not sure for what yet, but I think that's what's on the agenda here moving forward, because we need to get certain guys. Like Anders Lee is technically a second-line guy. Parento is technically a second-line guy. I need to get some of these guys that have potential onto their proper spots. Casey Cizikas, I'd like him to be on the third line, as he should be, but he didn't do too well over there. But I do want to honor his contract. Like, he has 5 years left. Andrew Ladd, I think, has 7. Yeah, 7 years at 5.5. I want to honor some of these contracts. Now, I took, kind of the easy way out with Bailey, Grabowski, Kuhlman, but we're not going to go completely, off the board and just be like, nope, Garth Snow gave you a terrible contract, get the hell out of here. We will at least honor some of those deals. But looking forward now, we will take a look at what the Senators have to offer. We have them beat in offensive and defensive rating. And they, of course, have us beat with the goaltending. Craig Anderson, somebody we were looking at, who maybe we should have went out and got. I mean, I'm not sure. Obviously, Thomas Greiss hasn't been terrible for us, and that's another big thing we need to do in the offseason, is really shore up our future with a legit starting goalie. But taking a look at the Senators, this matchup, first and foremost, that is a very good top line. Like, no truly elite players, but very dangerous players. Mike Hoffman, Kyle Turris, and Bobby Ryan. Hoffman with 4 points in that first round against Montreal. Turris with 5, and Ryan with 4. The second pairing, and now I really got to admit, if we lose, I mean, at least that would get Jerome closer to the final. It is Jerome McGinley, just a non-factor in the first round against the Habs. Brassard, only 1 point. Stone, only 1 goal. So that is a dangerous line, but they are struggling so far in these playoffs. Third line, Clark MacArthur with 2 points. Josh Bailey, a non-factor thus far. Our old buddy Josh Bailey. And Matt Plemple, so far with 2 points at an 82 overall. Again, pretty solid third line. Plemple doesn't have like the best stats. I mean, offensively he's good. It's just, mainly that defensive rating that brings him down. The fourth line, Chris Kelly, Matt Hendricks, and Curtis Lazar. Kelly with a point, Hendricks with a point, Lazar with 2 goals. That's a dangerous team, man. Just like Buffalo, they might have on paper some weak points, but it is a dangerous team. Defensively, Dion Phaneuf, of course, with Erik Karlsson, who had 6 points in 6 games. I believe their series went to 6 games with Montreal. He is a point-a-game player. The second pairing is Patrick Wirkoch with Cody Ceci. Mark Mathot with Frederick Claesson. So not the greatest defense. Not to say ours, is the best either, but they have a true difference maker. They have the man who's probably going to take home the Norris again this season. I'm actually, did he win it last year? I'm pretty sure he won it last year. Regardless, perennial Norris candidate Erik Karlsson. He is a difference maker. The goaltending, it is Craig Anderson, who's up to an 89. He certainly wasn't an 89 when I was looking at him. He has a .952 save percentage. That is really good. Oh, man, maybe we made a mistake. But you can see why I didn't necessarily want to get him. Like, the contract's good, but he's 35 years old. You don't expect his overall to go up to an 89, for Christ's sakes. The backup is Matt O'Connor. Has not played a game yet. As far as scratched players and injuries, there's only one. It is Mark Borowiecki, however the fuck you pronounce that name. Bottom line, that is a very good team, and this is not going to be easy. They won 49 games in the regular season. Question is, can they get it done in the playoffs? Can we get it done in the playoffs? We will find out. Here it is, the first period of game number 1. And we are scoreless. Boy, wasn't that dramatic. The second period, though, is going to be dramatic, and it actually kind of was. Mark Stone gets a goal, but Parento and Gaudreau give us the lead as we head in to the third period. 2 shots from outside. Again, been seeing a lot of shots from outside go in the playoff series we've done thus far. Ryan Strome with maybe the biggest goal of his career, giving us a 3-1 lead as we are halfway through the third period and things are looking pretty good for us here. Let's see, 5 minutes to go. Can Grice hold on? They haven't had a shot in a very long time. They get one now, and it's too late. I think they had 2 shots in the final 10 minutes. A fantastic display by the Islanders, and we take the lead. And we take game 1. Obviously, a lot of hockey yet to be played, but a great performance there for Grice with 30 saves. Monahan with 2 points. Goodrow with the goal, and that is pretty much how you want to start off a series. I mean, who would disagree? That is the most obvious statement I have ever made in my life. Yeah, you want to start off a playoff series by winning the first game. No fucking shit. Wow. Well, I'm going to save myself from drowning here by going into the Game 2 sims. So let's do this. The first period of game number 2 here in Ottawa, and Bobby Ryan gets the lone goal. We outshot them. Didn't matter too much. Second period, though, can we turn it around? And we cannot. We are still scoreless. 25 saves so far for Craig Anderson, and that sets up this third period. I would hope that we are going to get shut out, and Sean Monahan saves the day. We are all tied up. We are halfway through the third here. The next goal is going to be gigantic, and it's in our favor. Michael Dowcall with the goal. 2 minutes to go. Can Grice and the Islanders hold on? And they can. A big-time third period. Sean Monahan and Michael Dowcall with the goals. It's a comeback 2-1 victory in Game 2. And despite Anderson being the first star of the game, the Islanders step in to Ottawa and walk away with 2 wins to start this series. That is beyond ideal. Now, of course, the series shifts back to Brooklyn for Game 3. And, man, I don't want to count the chickens before they hatch, but, a 3-0 series lead is very, very possible. Let's see if it happens. The first period of game number 3, and it's a goal apiece. Plemple and John Tavares, our captain, with the goals. A second period. Can we grab that lead? We cannot. And that sets up another closely contested third period. We have a power play to start it. Jesus, how long is that power? We were on the power play for like the first 6 minutes of the third period. We're halfway through now. Another power play opportunity. We still can't score. 5 minutes to go. Next goal is winning this game. Are we going to overtime? And we are. I'm going to have to hopefully check the penalty summary. Hopefully I remember once this game is over. But we are going to overtime. Will Ottawa make it a 2-1 series, or will we have a commanding 3-0 series lead? Let's find out. Come on, power play for Ottawa. Kill it, please. Thank you. All right, P.A. Parento is going to score the winner. We're calling it. It's P.A. Parento. Another power play for Ottawa. We kill that off. Nobody can score on a power play apparently anymore. 5 minutes to go in overtime. Just waiting for Parento to score that game winner. And it's going to have to wait until we go to double overtime. Anders Lee. I'm changing it to Anders Lee. It's his time. Let's do this. Double overtime. Power play, and it's John Tavares. I don't care. I don't care if it wasn't Parento or Anders Lee. John Tavares in overtime. And we win Game 3 by the score of 2-1. And we have a 3-0 series lead against the Ottawa Senators. What is got... Like, see, you expect this team to do well, but come on, let's be honest. We go into the playoffs last year with a weaker team than this. We won the Cup, so you would expect us to just get our asses handed to us in one of the first 2 rounds. But Grice is the man right now. 36 saves, 2 goals for John Tavares, 1 in the first and then 1 in the second overtime. And the New York Islanders are now just 1 game away. Let's take a look at these penalties, man. Third period, 4 different penalties for the Sens that we couldn't capitalize on. And then they took 2 different penalties in the first overtime. Actually, it was Borowiecki, and he took a minor, and then 2 minutes later, once he got out of the box, he immediately fought Brock Nelson. Wow. Alrighty then. But regardless, we have, oh boy, we have a problem is what we have. Brendan Smith goes down to injury. I believe Ryan Pulock is still hurt. So it might have to be Nate Ginnon that we put into the lineup here. I'm not sure. Ideally, it would be a right-handed shot. Maybe we'll put Scott Mayfield in instead. Yeah, Pulock's still hurt. We have Pelech and Mayfield. Is Mayfield a righty? Scott Mayfield's a righty. He would go up well with Brendan Gormley. We're going to call up Scott Mayfield, Bridgeport's captain, I believe, from the past season because of Pulock's time in the NHL. So, see, that's the good thing, though. That, we have that depth is starting to grow in Bridgeport, and that should help us out quite a bit. Let's just get the lineup set here. Do we have Nelson on the 4th? Yeah, we did. I don't want him on the... No, we had Shane Prince on the 4th. That's who we had on the 4th. Who's doing better right now? Let's see, no points for Prince. Brock Nelson has 6 points. See, that's the thing. How can Shane Prince produce points when he's playing with Cizikas and Zach Smith? We need to get him on the 3rd line for the next season. He is high top 6. I don't expect him... I expect him to finish, at around a Parenteau level, an 84, an 85 overall, maybe a high end, like an 86 Andrew Ladd, but he's not going to be like a Johnny Gaudreau. Regardless, let's fix the defense here. So Gormley is with Mayfield, Hamonic is with DeHaan, and Leddy is with Johnny Boychuk. Bridgeport, of course, not in the playoffs, so we can just go best lines and not worry about that. But regardless of injury, we are still up 3-0 in this series, and we now have 4 chances to close out the Sens, including this opportunity, in Game 4 here at home in Brooklyn. Let's do this. The first period of this oh-so-important Game 4, and it's a goal apiece. Ryan Strome and Jerome McGinley. Oh, Jerome, I feel so bad. If he doesn't retire, should we sign or trade for Jerome McGinley next season? I feel so bad for him. Second period, though, let's put Old Yeller out of his misery. Oh, I regret saying that. Second period, P.A. Parenteau with the goal. We're being outshot 24-13, but we have a 2-1 lead heading in to the third period. An early power play for Ottawa is killed off. Things are looking good. This team is performing at a very high level. Thomas Greiss is performing at a very high level. And as I say that, Matt Hendricks gets the goal. We have 5.5 minutes to go. Can the Sens win a game, or will the sweep happen? We have a late power play. It doesn't matter. And for the second straight game, we are going to overtime. Matt Hendricks gives them a chance. Let's see, 33 out of 35 for Thomas Greiss. Unbelievable. Let's do this. It is overtime. Will it end early, or will we go late? Maybe even a double overtime. A power play for the Sens. A very long power play for the Sens. We kill it off. Holy shit. And Matt Plemple gets the winner. No sweep. No sweep this series. It's a 3-2 win for the Sens. Plemple with the overtime winner. Craig Anderson, the first star. Clark MacArthur with 2 assists. But Greiss with 41 saves. He is playing like a legit starter. I need to check out the penalties, though. We had back-to-backs. Anders Lee and John Tavares. Delay of game in overtime. Not good. Not good at all. So we drop Game 4. We have to go back to Ottawa here. Ryan Pulock is available. I'm going to keep Scott Mayfield in, though, for Game 5. If we lose this, then Pulock is definitely getting called up, and he should be fully healthy. But, yeah, I don't want to jinx it. But we should definitely end this series right here. It is Game 5 in Ottawa. Let's do this. The first period, and it's a goal apiece. Michael Dalcall under a minute and a half in, a minute and 28 seconds into the first period, gets the opening goal, but Mike Hoffman ties it up. We were outshot. Oh my God. How was that not the first thing I noticed? We were outshot 17-3, but we walk away tied at the end of the first period. Thomas Greiss, you animal. You absolute beast. Maybe we don't need a goalie. Maybe we'll just roll with Thomas Greiss, because he is playing out of his skull right now, and is probably the only reason we're here. I mean, I have more faith in him than I would have had in Luongo at this point. But regardless, let's see how this game goes. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Second period, can we take the lead? Yep, there it is. There it is. Clark MacArthur and Matt Puempel again. Johnny Gaudreau gets a goal back to make it a 3-2 game heading into the third period. I don't blame Greiss in the slightest. We are being outshot 31-11 in a Game 5. We were up 3-0. Very, very likely we're going to a Game 6 at this point, unless Greiss can shut the door and these guys can finally figure out the offense. Like, this is a horrific performance. Thank God for Greiss. Just thank God for Greiss. We'll sim this third period. Early power play, we can't get it done. Our power play has been absolute shit. Maybe we should look at changing the personnel on that. Power play for Ottawa, they can't get one either. 7 minutes to go. We need a goal or we're going back to Brooklyn for a Game 6. A late power play. Nothing happening. And to say I'm concerned, it would be an understatement. We drop Game 5 by the score of 3-2. And the New York Islanders are making me a bit nervous. And Johnny Boychuk goes down to injury for 2 weeks. Oh, shit. That is not good at all. Again, Captain Obvious over here. Holy shit. So we've dropped 2 games, and now Johnny Boychuk is hurt. Ryan Pulock, you must save the day. Hopefully he is fully healthy by the time the next game starts. But yeah, needless to say, I'm getting just a little bit nervous of how things are going right now. Gaudreau has 6 points. How is Strome doing? Strome has 7. Okay, well, maybe we should change up the bottom lines a little bit. How's Anders Lee doing? 3 points. No points for Cizikas. Nothing for Prince. Parenteau. All right, we're going to go with Lee, Parenteau, and Nelson, which is what it's been anyway, I believe. Yeah, because Shane Prince would have been on that fourth line. That fourth line is really struggling, and I do feel very badly for Shane Prince. But like I said, we'll have to make that change at the start of the next season. Ryan Pulock is going to play with Calvin DeHaan. Gormley is going to play with Mayfield. Hamonic is now up on that top pairing with Nick Leddy. And we really, really can't afford to go back to Ottawa for Game 7. So let's do this. Let's end it right here. They got their wins. That's good. They got that extra home game out of it. A little bit more revenue from the playoff ticket prices. But it ends here. We are not going back to Ottawa for Game 7. It is not happening. Just wait and see. See, I said that with so much confidence. Game 6, first period, and we're up 3-0. There it is. There it is. Oh my God, if we blow this. Nick Leddy, under 5 minutes in. Zach Smith on the fourth line gets a goal from right in front, and then P.A. Parenteau makes it 3-0. 3 goals on 10 shots. And the Islanders are in a very, very good spot. We'll see if it stays that way. Here as we sim the second period. Gaudreau made it 4-0. Phaneuf gets a goal back. We should be fine. We should be good. It should be smooth sailing, and it will be. Hamonic with a power play goal. That's the one thing I forgot to do was change it to power play lines, but apparently we didn't need to. It's 5-1, and we are good to go. If we get under 5 minutes, I don't feel confident. Okay, we're good. The New York Islanders will defeat the Ottawa Senators in 6 games. They made it just a little bit scary, but a dominant 5-1 victory in Game 6 seals the deal. Another impressive performance from Greiss and Gaudreau, and Hamonic himself with 2 points. Not a bad bit of business, and the Islanders are yet again moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals. The question is, I think, who was it? Was it Pittsburgh and New York? I honestly don't remember who we're about to face here. Not a clue. And it's the Washington Capitals. So I believe Washington beat Pittsburgh then. Oh boy, the Washington Capitals. Hey, they finally made it to a Western Conference Finals. Woo! But the Rangers really, the Rangers really blew it, didn't they? They had a very, very good year. All for nothing. But man, oh man, Washington beat Pitt in 7 after beating the Rangers in the first round in 6. So there you have it. In the West, it is Nashville and San Jose. In the East, it is the New York Islanders and the Washington Capitals. And in the next episode, we, of course, will go through our Eastern Conference final matchup against Alex Ovechkin and the Caps. But for now, guys, that'll do it for this episode. As always, I hope you did enjoy. If you have any feedback or, lineup changes we should do, anything regarding the series, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. And make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already to continue following this series. And I will see you guys in round 3.